How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. Here at the homestead, we've been cutting down a whole lot of trees. I gave my boy a piece of property on the other side of the hill there, and he's had to clean out some areas so he can get his house put in there. And we got a lot of firewood. Well, the only problem with having a lot of firewood is a place to put it. So I'm actually in the middle of getting ready to build another wood shed, and I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but I went out to the sawmill and cut a couple, maybe two little logs on the sawmill and got me some 2x4s to build this thing out of. It doesn't have to be perfect, and we really don't want no solid sides on it. We want air to be circulating through it, unlike the one that we have here. Now that one we have there has dry wood in it. All that wood's already been dried, but this shed here is going to be for nice wet wood that we can stack in there, and we probably won't burn it next year, but it'll be the following year we'll burn it. But I need a pretty good sized wood shed, so I'll show you what I got done so far. Now this is what we have done so far. Now this is all pretty much Walmanized wood. This was free because it was old skids that we had picked up. My son gets them at work, and they're 2x12, so we have a nice base to a floor. It's all pressure treated 4x4s underneath of it, and 2x12s on the top. So we're going to work off of this platform and build us some walls. But now we don't, like I said, we don't want walls I don't want solid walls. I want boards, just boards on the walls so the air can circulate through it and dry this firewood up. Okay, this is the pile of wood that we got to work with. I cut these 5/4, and I'm just hoping that they're thick enough. I thought that's what a 2x4 was, but I think a 2x4 is 6/4. So we're hoping that these boards work out okay for us. But we got a pretty good sized pile of them here to use. And I got some furring strips in there cut, so we'll have something to nail the metal and maybe hold these boards together with. The only bad thing is it is spring, and it doesn't know whether it wants to rain or it don't want to rain. So we're going to do whatever we can to get this thing together, but we'll do as much video as we can on it. So I'm going to get started on just a little bit of this and see how it's going to turn out. Okay, the only thing we'll be using to cut the wood for this is the old Wild Badger chainsaw. That's the only thing we need. It's a wood shed. It don't have to be perfect. Pretty easy and simple. Okay, I have one of my walls laid out here, and this is just, it's not nailed or screwed together yet. It's just laid out the way it's going to be. Some things need to be cut off, but we're going to go ahead and screw all this together. Then we're going to chop off what we don't need. So now we got one more sidewall to build identical to that. We'll lay it out on this side of the floor and do the same thing. Okay, it's been raining on and off. Trying to get the back wall set up. We got the two side walls. We'll get this back one set up. Hopefully it's going to be like a big crate to hold a bunch of wood. Alright, we got at least 3 sides up. As much as I hate to do this, I'm going to have to go to Lowe's and get 3 12-footers. I just don't feel like putting the log on there for 3 12-footers. I know we're going to have to cut some more furring strips, but they don't have to be 12 feet long. So, and I don't have a 12-foot log to put on there anyhow. So that's what we got to do next. We're going to have to go get our 12-footers, and then we can finish doing the roof and everything. But it's looking good. We've been working between the raindrops here. Okay, we had to run into Lowe's. We got us a nice 2x6 here for the front. I put a 2x4 in the back. I'm getting ready to put the other 2x4 in the front here. So I had to get all 12-footers, but I only needed 10 foot 3 inches. That's bad. I should have made it a little bit smaller so I wouldn't have to get that extra wood, but that's okay. It'll work. So I'm getting ready to put this board up across the front. So now we can start putting our rafters in between here. So we're getting all of our rafters on. I only got 2 more to go, and we'll be finished here with the rafter part. Then we're going to put our furring strips across there that we'll screw our metal to. That's going to strengthen it up a lot too. Can you see me in there? Well, we're putting the furring strips on right now. Once we get these on, then we got to find us some metal somewhere. But furring strips and then metal. It should sturdy it up pretty good. Well, as you can see, we don't have the roof on, but we'll be getting to that. We did find some metal for the roof. It's used metal. We got to pull it off of another roof, and we're going to put it on here. So we do have everything pretty much to do this wood shed. Now, I did want to give you guys the size on this. It is 10.5 feet wide, and it is 7 feet deep. The back wall is 7 feet tall, and the front wall is 8 feet tall. So if that shed was completely full, it would give you really close to 4 cords of wood, and that's just enough to last us a complete winter in firewood in the house. So this would be nice if we could get it full this year, not burn it next year, but the following year be able to burn this wood, because most of this wood's all going to be wet wood. And if you give it all summer, you really only need 3 seasons for wood to dry, but this will be good and dry when it's time for us to use it. And it's really nice having that roof so it doesn't rot. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and end this video. It's been terrible here. It's this Friday, and they're calling for rain again all weekend. I'm not sure whether we'll get anything done this weekend on this shed, but we'll do our best, and we'll try to get as much as we can on video. If you have any comments, please feel free to, in the comment section below, to leave your thoughts about what you think about the wood shed. Now, we are going to put a couple gussets at the bottom here. I'm going to do a couple gussets down here, and that's going to keep this from moving any more this way. You know, I'm not too much worried about them walls because most of that wood pressure is down. It's not all leaning against the wall. There is some pressure there, but there's not quite as much as you might think. The higher we get, the more pressure we're going to get. But a couple gussets at the bottom, get the metal put on it. We're going to get started filling it up. So I would like to tell everyone, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment if you'd like. Till next time.